Richard asks, what do you think being part of a clan means in the 21st century?
Being part of a clan.
Being part of a clan
so
society.
what does it mean to be part of a clan?
He says a clan, but I think you say clan or clan society.
Okay.
You know, kind of differentiate a vague sense of connection versus a specific official member with paying dues.
Yes. So clan back then,
right,
versus clan now. So then something very, very different, living on land, fealty to the chief, versus today. Now, today, if I'm part of a clan society, or
right now,
yes, does that mean I can be, asked to join his militia and defend my clan chief's land in Scotland? Sorry, my Saturday's booked.
He could ask.
He can ask. He can ask all he wants. I would go a little bit more thoughts of evolution on it. What does it mean to be part of a clan today? Would be, what does it mean to connect with your heritage, to connect with a broader family, to connect with your kin, either known or unknown, or when you go to a clan tent and want to have an experience with members who have a similar background or a similar history or a similar upbringing in culture, or with a specific spotlight on a particular kind of culture as they're coming up. It's more about finding your tribe today and people who like the same stuff as you, versus defending your clan chief. It's the thread of tradition that runs through it, but I would say it's evolved over time.
Kind of.
Erik.
Yeah. I mean,
he froze.
I don't think that being a member of a clan society or identifying as a member of a Highland clan, Scottish clan, what have you, or an Irish family for that matter, is much different in the 21st century than it was in the 20th, or even to a degree the latter half of the 19th. There are not the brass tacks, physical, material kind of obligations or structures, in place for this stuff. It is really, it's about all the feels. It's about the identity. It's about the heritage. It's about the
personal experience
and a sense of family by choice, in a sense, because you're not very strictly blood related, really not. I mean, we're talking about generations upon generations, but still it's that, wanting to be part of something that is greater than yourself. And I think that it's also about feeling a connection to something which in your purview is more timeless. So 20th, 21st century, 22nd century, that's all beyond the point. The point is that this is a structure that has existed for, in a sense, time immemorial. In some ways, we've made a bigger deal out of it than they did back then. In some ways, we don't make a big deal of it at all because we're not in a feudal society. So it's about being a part of something that is not contingent upon your current circumstances of living, current technology, what the rest of the world is telling you. It is a little nugget of timeless core culture that you can, feel connected to and feel good about yourself as a result. You're more than just going to your 9-to-5 job. You're more than just, the person who fills out the forms for your insurance or has an auto loan or anything. You're part of a lineage. You're part of an identity. It's totally about the feels. It is also about finding connections. It's a lever for finding connections, which can also broaden your experiences, or even build kinship with people, like just like being a part of a fraternal organization. Because you're involved with your clan or your clan society, you may be people who become your friends. Family by choice, like I said, and you may find situations where you are helping each other, because the bottom line of the clan as a structure was that it was a way of formally saying, I got your back. So trying to use these modes and these terms and these ideas now and these structures gives you a cornerstone, as it were, a building block for saying you've got these relationships and you're going to try and help each other, or at the very least have a nice drink, at the end of a night at a festival, So I on too much of a soapbox there?
No. I'm gonna crawl on top of your shoulders on that same soapbox.
Sounds uncomfortable.
Not in a kilt though.
Ooh.
I would say I like your idea of being part of a larger story, and it's giving more gravitas to your family's story. It's not saying your story starts with you. It's saying your story has a longer heritage, a longer beginning, an earlier beginning than just you. You are the culmination of hundreds of years of family history. And it is incumbent upon you to take that torch and carry it forward to the next generation and to teach them about your family's history. And that includes clan history, and that includes your cultural history and your cultural heritage. Mm-hmm. So it's taking that torch and moving it forward and not letting it drop. And then in also, going to the other side of it, it's not just about you as a person, it's about the community that you're building. And it's about the community of like-minded individuals. It's about the community of others who are also, stewards or stalwarts of this heritage and who are also passing them forward and supporting each other and making sure that there are structures and organizations and things in place so that the whole story doesn't get lost if one generation stops telling it. There's safety nets for the rest of the story to be picked up. So if you don't want to talk about your grandfather didn't care about being a Duncan from Edinburgh in 1743, and that's where his family emigrated from, there are other ways for you to connect with people who have similar interests 3, 4, 5 generations from now, and those structures still exist for future generations to do it. So that's the safety net and the building of the community around the heritage and making sure that the whole thing keeps moving forward. Mm-hmm. But it's both incumbent upon the individuals within the families to make sure that you're passing down those stories, as well as the structures to help make sure that the whole thing gets passed down. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's totally in line with what I was trying to express. But I'm the crazy heathen person who honors ancestors on a regular basis, so I'm a little biased. I think it's something that you can consider yourself lucky to have. Anyone who was raised in a situation where they were brought up in a minority population, where they've had their cultural identity and the identities of their ancestors stripped from them, that's painful and incredibly frustrating. So the fact that you have access to some sense of where you come from is a gift. So don't take it too lightly. Yeah. A lot of people would really trade places with you if they could, in the sense of having that connection, and they yearn for it. We just do as humans. We yearn for that kind of thing. So,
and it goes back to the whole underdog thing. And if you're, it's just rooting for the underdog, rooting for the little guy, rooting for not letting the thing drop, not letting it go, making sure that you're not the last link in the chain. That there's one beyond you.
Yep. There you go.
Ian.
I have a few thoughts to add here. I think if there is something new to the clan affiliation in the 21st century, it's the digital element. Mm-hmm. We actually had a group of 6 or 8 folks in the store just earlier today. Only one person was really interested in purchasing anything because this wasn't what the group was about, but they all met through TikTok and other social media forums and came from all over the country to get together for a trip. I think based around motorcycle interest. I didn't talk with them a bunch, but I think there's a lot of examples like that, whether it's motorcycles or D&D or interest in a particular national dress, that people come together online and it becomes something more. And I think that's true for the clan societies. You might join a Clan MacDonald Facebook page, but that turns into connecting with the Clan MacDonald through their website, paying dues, maybe having access to products that aren't generally available at commercial sources, which is true for some of the smaller clans. I don't know that MacDonald counts as a smaller clan, but some of the smaller clans do that. And then it culminates in meeting up with folks, whether it's planning some trip together, just going to the Highland Games and manning the tent.
Yeah. The one thing that I want to, there's another organization, is COSCA, the Council of Scottish Clans of America, I think it's called.
I wrote it down.
Clan Associations.
Council of Scottish Clans and Associations.
Yes. So COSCA is a great organization. We are now a corporate sponsor for COSCA. So check out COSCA. It's basically an organization that tries to put together a lot of the different individual clan societies. Yeah. So, it's it's in their whole mission is building community bigger than individual clan societies. Individual clan societies are great to build community, and then when you get all of them together, they form like Voltron. Casca, the Voltron of clan societies. Again.
I hope they make that the tagline on their website.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my god.
Marketing for Casca, Voltron. I broke Ian. So yes,
man.
getting involved and getting organizations like this and supporting each other is all about what it's about, and making sure that it does get pushed forward.
Mm-hmm. I think yeah, to your point, Ian, I don't think it's vastly different from how it's always been done. It's just a lot easier and a lot faster.
And easier for people disparate locations
Right.
to meet up.
You see, as a member of the SCA, I remember the days when you got paper news booklets every month.
Zines.
It was with articles and the calendar events and officer lists and contact information, and you got that in the mail, and you looked for it, and it was like, oh, cool, So it was a lot slower, but we did do it. Yeah. We're back in my day.
I was waiting for that quote to come out. No, technology, the interwebs have 100% made this 1,000 times easier. The dissemination of information. I remember, if you missed a particular show, you didn't get the flyers for the next 4 upcoming shows.
Right.
So you were out of the loop. So unless you had someone that was at the show that you're friends with, you didn't know. So technology is 100% a double-edged sword. It's horrible in so many ways, but at the same time, it allows communities of like-minded individuals to find their own niche. You're not alone. You're not looking for, you're not searching around in the dark for the one other guy in town who happens to be a Campbell. You're connected with Campbells all over the U.S. or or MacIvers all over the. You're connected. It's so much easier to find these things now than it was back in the 90s or even before then. So,
which means you got no excuse.
Exactly.
Get out there.
Yeah.
Interact with your clan.
Come on, Gen Z. Back in my day, we had
start a Discord server.
We had to walk uphill both ways to the festival.
We drank our whiskey out of shoes and we were happy.
Exactly.
That's the Germans.
Yes. All right. Look, we love to joke around. We love to have a good time on this channel. But one thing that we are very, very serious about, it's clans and it's the heritage and it's carrying that torch forward to future generations. So if you have not already done so and you have a clan society, please join your clan society. Check it out. Get involved. If you're not sure where to start, go check out Casca. They are a wonderful organization that is really helping to preserve the heritage.